It's now 8 o'clock. We've been driving for about an hour and a half so far today. Yeah, I think that we're near Bundaberg. We're on the way to Tin Can Bay. Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to get there at 10:20 and it was like almost a 4-hour drive. We also haven't had breakfast yet. Might pull over soon, get some breakfast, get some diesel, because we're not out, but she's definitely not full. Alright, it's now a little bit past 10. We just sort of stopped in this park for breakfast brunch sort of thing in Childers. We're still sort of an hour and a half ish from Tin Can Bay, and I think we're going to go to Maryborough to get some diesel, because that's where we got the $1.50 diesel the other day.
I actually think that we should stay at this place that's a little bit more inland from Tin Can Bay, because there's a pub that you can stay out the back of it for free if you buy a meal, pub food, and watch the footy.
Hell yeah. Because I want to watch the footy, because it's finals, Hawks versus Port. I don't support either of them, but the Channel 7 Hawks edit, if you know, you know, got me on the bandwagon. But yeah.
This place.
Alright, well, it's now 1:33 and we're going to arrive at 1:43, so we're 10 minutes away. We did have another change of plans, so we didn't go to Tin Can Bay and we didn't go to
I don't know what it was called.
Alright, well, last night we ended up coming back to Noosa. That was where we ended up, and we didn't film really anything. We just sort of went to watch the footy. At a pub.
That was dead.
Yeah, apart from a few of the local alcoholics. Anyway, now Gracie's very, very excited. We're going to the
Amundi Market,
which is supposedly massive. This is crazy. That is just wild.
You didn't even see the car park on the other side. It was like a car park for SeaWorld or something.
Well, this first car park is full.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
You good?
This is crazy.
Well, good to go. Just round to your left and I'll park you down there, thanks.
Thank you very much. That was crazy. I didn't film much because just, you know, being respectful of all of the people and their stalls and stuff, but there was a lot of stalls, crazy amount of stalls, wasn't there, Gracie?
Yeah.
Right, well, we're heading to this festival. Oh Jesus, I thought there was another step. We're heading to this multicultural festival. I'm not going to film too much. I'm going to take some photos, so I'll put them in now. Alright, on the way from Mooloolaba to Caloundra this morning. It's currently 7:30 and we're almost at Caloundra now. Yeah, we still need to make breakfast. Now, we always film the fun and interesting things that we do, like walks through nature, four-wheel driving, or finding turtles in a river we just went for a swim in. But, well, not every day is full of stuff like this. So, what does a quiet day look like for us? Well, especially when we're not in a rush, we like to cook a nice breakfast. and find a nice place to sit and relax. We've made it to the Glasshouse Mountains, having a fruit platter, and somehow I've never tried a passion fruit. And I love passion fruit flavoured stuff, so I don't know how I've never tried it. Cheers. Oh, it's very sour, very yummy. Alright, well, we just finished that little walk. I'm having some leftover pasta from last night. Gracie's having a look at where to stay for tonight. She thinks that she's found somewhere about 30 minutes away. Yeah, there were 3 police cars that just pulled up before. And then they one by one left. What's bro doing?
Having fun.
Surely this means no campfires, but camping's fine. I think we're gonna camp here. We'll see. I've been in there editing. Gracie.
Whipping up dinner.
Oh my god!
So, we have salsa to put on top if you want. Sour cream, lime, avocado, cutlery if you want.
This looks amazing. I'm so excited to try this. I love Mexican. That was so good, Grace.
See, Mum, I can cook.
I've only really had these like pre-made ones from Coles that Mum's bought a couple times. We just chuck in the air fryer, but that is so good. Now, the next morning we kind of got on the road with no plan and sort of just stumbled across this 4-wheel drive forest sort of thing. Alright, well, this morning we came to Borumba Falls. We're currently on the walk to the waterfalls now. Had to do a bit of 4-wheel driving to get here. There are rock pools and cascades at the waterfall. So there was a couple lost down here, and the sheep at the front up there has a bell on it. So Gracie was trying to make a bell noise to bring him over here, and it worked.
That was so cool.
Alright, well, we have just been chilling at this bench for a good 2.5 hours, just in this car park where you're allowed to stay for one night. So we're going to stay for one night. I think we're going to go cook a risotto, but we don't have the recipe. So we'll see how that goes.
And we've never made risotto before, so...
Could be interesting.
We have just made a risotto for dinner with no method, no proper measurements, just 2 people who have never made risotto before.
I think it's going to be really good. in this little car park near Kenilworth. I don't even know. Yesterday, we just woke up and drove with no plan. And yeah, found some pretty cool four-wheel driving that we did. Today, plan was go to the Big Pineapple, go to Brisbane, go to Ipswich.
Yeah.
I was too busy worrying about the idiot drivers around me, and I just drove straight past the Big Pineapple. But now we're on the way to Brisbane, a bit over an hour away from Brisbane. So it says that the gate is closed at night, and it says penalties apply for vehicle release, but it doesn't say anything about no camping. Alright, well, we are trying a new recipe that Gracie's found. We don't have a measuring cup with us on the road. We've been using the top of this oil as our measuring cup. It doesn't give us a cup, but it gives us the right amount to do ratios, if that makes sense. So this is 1 cup to 1.5 cups of water. Get
to the point. Sorry.
Alright, well, we've only got one lid, so I've come up with this temporary solution. Alfoil, but it's a little bit windy, so the alfoil was sort of coming up. So I've tucked it around the edges. We're still starting to come up a bit. So just put this empty chickpea can on top. It's just light enough that it doesn't sink in, but it doesn't let the alfoil go anywhere. At exactly 7 o'clock, when the car park was supposed to be closed, these people all rocked up and started playing music. We then did a bit of research and found out that because it was a full moon, it was a bit of a cultural thing. Then the security rocked up and told us we had to leave, but I got talking to him and he said that he was going to show us a spot down the road where we could stay. This morning, we have come back here to this car park where we were going to stay last night. We're going to stay just over there, but I don't know how much of it we captured. But basically the security guard who comes to lock the gates took us around to this other place where he had to lock the gates, but he let us stay in there and left the gates unlocked. Anyway, this morning we've just finished making breakfast, about to get back on the road. Alright, well, I think the plan is some sort of a river or something like that. Maybe a beach. Somewhere where we can swim. Well, we've just driven like 2 hours, an hour and a half. I've got absolutely no idea where we are. The water, on the other hand, it genuinely tastes like they've scooped it up out of there. So we've made it to Cedar Creek. We just drove down here to the bottom. There's a little car park, but it was full. So I had to come up here. Thus the reverse parallel park between the Suzuki Swift and the Pole. Anyway, now we need to walk back down the hill, and then I think from that car park there's another walk to the place. I don't actually know what it looks like. Gracie's found it. We're gonna have lunch there, relax, and go for a swim, I think. Oh, I guess I'm swimming in these. The water here is literally like an ice bar. My back was going numb from being underwater. Currently on the lookout for somewhere to fill up water. Just walking around this park, seeing if I can find like a tap or anything. Oh, there's an information board. We're here, gonna drive down to the Lions Park or here. Hopefully one of these two has a bench. Not a bench, I was looking at the photo of a bench. Has a tap. This afternoon we've made it to this little spot, free camp at this lookout. yeah, just watch the sunset. We've been sort of just relaxing here for a bit. Right now, we are, well, cooking up some more rice to go with the leftover curry from last night. And then probably just gonna head up to bed and have a reasonably early night. So this is where we're gonna wrap this video up here. Got some pretty exciting stuff happening tomorrow.
Took me a minute to realise what we were doing tomorrow.